Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't afford it. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever reward. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Classic. I'm only gonna do this once. Classic. I just want to come up and talk. Nothing surprising.
Is that all right?
Double-edged sword. Come on. Everybody sideways. Shit. Look around, don't know who to trust. Nah, for real. Lately I've been paranoid. I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Can't say the number, they applied against my plans. I'm turning up, dog, this one for the gym. Come to these bars, I only play above the rim. Boy, I'm Thomas Shepard. Long sleeve with
what up, chat?
Really came to get buckets. Pernell with the defense. Too slick, you can't touch me.
It's already out there.
I'm unassuming, but I'm
It's
really
already
punching.
out there.
Underrated, I'm starting to love it. Stacking days, I'm stacking the budget. When I win, ain't none of it lucky. Tapped in, I got it from nothing.
Hey y'all, hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Classic really appreciates it.
High speed chase, I had to punch it in front of thousands. I started with hundreds. Don't really see no competition. This look like a luncheon. Suggest you let me mind my business. Catch you if you lunch.
Remember this day.
Remember this day. But at the end, you wasn't nothing. Look around, don't know who to trust. Not for real. Lately
I've been trying to find good people for so long. I'm tired, bro.
For real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Present with poise, but I really got no chill. Far as blood, it ain't too thick to get spilled. They think I'm too cool to click, not for real. God ain't done with me yet, dog. I got it.
I don't ever want a problem. But when they say they want a problem, I say no problem. That's it.
Hard to feel hard feelings at all when I can hardly feel. Hard as hell counting losses till you count the wins. If I could take the pain all over, swear I'd do it again. The way them hard times unlock me, look different, twin. If you don't understand my plight, then we just different men. If you can't understand my fight, then we got different hands. Yeah, different song. I'm talking about different dance. I'm talking about different tribe. I'm talking about different clan. Boy, I'm sticking to the coats, to the bitter end.
I'm
in the can. Look around, don't know who to trust. Not for real. Lately I've been paranoid. I gotta
it ain't even about being a real dude or a fake dude or a I'm me.
But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Classic. Yo, it's Classic with the Classic Codes, and you are in the red room with Classic. Welcome everybody from chat 333. What's going on? Too tight in the building 333. In too deep in the building 333. Soft rain in the building 333. In too deep said 888. Tribesters in the building, yes sir. Welcome in the Tribesters with In too deep. In too deep tapped in from Kick as well. Shout out to everybody watching from Kick and who have subscribed to me at the Classic Codes on Kick. Right now we are streaming live from YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, all under the same name, the Classic Codes. Make sure you get tapped in. The Corrupted Show said, go back to Africa. Oh yeah, we're gonna get you. We're gonna send you back to the block list. You out of here. Let's see. In too deep. 333 tapped in from Twitch as well. Okay, welcome. We got a great show tonight with the Red Room with Classic. This is my late night adults only show that I do probably about once a week, really about 3 times a month, honestly. We aim for once a week, but it don't always happen given the nature of the show being in the middle of the night. But tonight, we are here and we have a great show and plenty of time to run it. So let's have a good time. Everybody relax. If you are up late tonight, you can go ahead and wind down with this one. We're going to have some good grown folks conversation. Nothing too epic, nothing too deep. We just going to discuss a lot of perspective.
Classic.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I see soft rain in the building. And yeah, I think some of the conversationalists will, file in as we go. Make sure you heavy on the like and subscribe, free of charge. And make sure, more importantly, you hit the share button. Share this to your favorite social media platform. And we'll see who else tap in that like good conversation. Listen, all they could do is come here and say yes or no, right? That's all we can ask, is that they get exposed to us. But without further ado, let's get into the show. We are going to start off with Classic's concern. So, Classic's concern for the night. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. There we go. Classic's concern for the night is perspective the number one thing keeping people single? Is perspective the number one thing keeping people single? This is something that we will examine and explore throughout tonight's episode by taking in perspectives from a lot of different people who are in all different types of relationship situations based on what they give us on the internet. So we are going to examine this in totality through the episode in totality. All right. So without further ado, we're going to get into the first reaction, and we are going heavy on the reactions tonight. This is a reaction show tonight. Tonight, we're going to slide over to YouTube to get us warmed up, and we're going to tap in with none other than Azar and Paul Pierce. This one is called All Men Are Dumb. They are going to have a bit of a tug of war. From what I didn't watch this in totality at all. I kind of skipped around just to see where they was going. So I really don't have a real understanding of what this is going to be, but it seems like they have a bit of a tug of war in regards to perspectives on men and women today and the wants and needs of said men and women today. And so we're going to see how this plays out. Let's get it.
Young Ma, or Young M.A., however you say it, love her down, on Shannon Sharp.
Wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. Is there a young Ma, a young Mia, and a young Miami?
There's no young Mia. I don't know who that is. It's a young Miami.
Okay.
Spend that.
Our young
City Girls.
Ma.
And Young Ma. She's a stud.
People, right?
Yes, Young Ma is a lesbian stud, right?
Okay.
So Young Ma is.
I heard that in the streets.
Young Ma's cracking. Young Ma gets all the bitches. So she's on Shannon Sharp, and she talks about women being actually more toxic because she dates women. Because Shannon Sharp was like, well, what is the answer? Because Victoria Monet was on Angela Yee's show, and she's bisexual, and she talks about how she dated women and she dated men, and she feels like when she dates women, it's more like they just want sex, or it's just like more toxic, versus when she dates men, she's like, I really want to be with a man now. She was married, she got divorced, she's married to a man. And then they talked about it on Shannon Sharp, and Young Ma was like, honestly, yeah, I feel like being with a woman is more toxic. Women are more toxic than men. That was her answer. I 100% agree. Women are way more toxic than men, period. I don't think men are as toxic as women at all. I think men are trifling.
I don't think the word is toxic for women.
What do you think it is?
I think that's just women get on your goddamn nerves. So that don't even mean toxic. Like, if women just learn to be quiet sometimes and talk, like when like the necessary talk need to be talked, then men can pit up with women. It ain't a toxic trait from a woman, because women, most.
I don't know, Paul. Chat, let's get into it real quick. Let's look up the definition of toxic as it pertains to relationships. Let's see. A dynamic defined by behaviors that emotionally, psychologically, or physically drain and harm
one or both partners. So a toxic relationship is a dynamic defined by behaviors that emotionally, psychologically, and physically drain and harm one or both parties. So based on that definition that I just looked up real quick, Paul just said I wouldn't call it toxic, and then literally describe toxic. If a woman doesn't know, or even if it's the man in some instances, right? It doesn't matter. We don't have to make it a gender war at this point in the episode. We just getting started, y'all. But if somebody in a relationship don't know when to be quiet, you know, that can be draining for the other party. And I would say that's a toxic trait. I don't know why we run away from terms. Like, if it applies, it applies. Let's move.
Women mean well. It's just that y'all talk too goddamn much and get on the nigga nerves, and people call that toxic. It's not toxic.
No, women are more toxic. Women are super. No.
Because men,
we have a woman fighting to take accountability, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a man fighting against it. I think this might be the first time in history that I've seen some shit like that. She's trying to take accountability. She's saying, and I'm sure Azar is going to say some shit that I don't agree with in like 5 minutes. But for right now, she's trying to take accountability on behalf of women, and Paul's trying to be a male pick-me. It's what is this, like good cop, bad cop? It's crazy. I need to reset my camera though, so I'm finna make this full screen for a second, chat. Let's go.
men are stupid.
Men are trifling, disrespectful. Yeah, men are so dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah, men are so dumb.
Yeah, we're dumb. We get married. We do all this other shit.
Yeah, dumb. Yeah, okay.
Just do dumb shit. Just get with pretty girls, buy them everything, artificial shit, thinking you're gonna turn a hoe into a housewife, and the next thing you know, divorce, take half our shit. Repeat it. Cycle.
You're so. I think you should do therapy. I think you're traumatized from your past because you look. Your view on women is so.
Speaking facts.
Yeah, but it's so. Those are not all facts for everybody. We've had people on the show that have beautiful marriages.
All right, listen.
John B, Dondre, D Smoke.
You're not even hearing.
I hear what you say every time.
But like,
you hate marriage. You hate bitches. Okay.
I hated marriage. I said we're dumb.
Well, there's people.
We're dumb. It's okay.
There's people.
We're dumb.
There's people that will disagree with you. There's people who've been on our show that are happily married and do not have that same scenario that you put out there. I get
what you're saying, but who are you speaking for? Because if we want to go to analytics, if we want to do the numbers, there's more single people and more people that are divorced than the other. You know, it's like it just is what it is. It's a cycle we go through, and we're okay with that. You know, man, we dumb. It just is what it is. And it don't make women any smarter than us, because I think y'all dumber than us.
I don't know. I think Paul doing a little bit of clickbaiting. Chad, I'm trying to get my camera situated. I might have to temporarily pause the show. I know y'all will stick around with me if I have to do so, but I'm trying to avoid that, chat. So, but yeah, I think Paul clickbaiting a little bit right now, to be honest with you. I don't think that he really believes that. You know, because you go to saying men are just dumb, we so dumb, and then you switch over to saying it don't make women any smarter. So it's just humans are just stupid altogether. I mean, where we at with it, Paul? So it's throwing me off a little bit, chat. It's throwing me off. Y'all keep talking to me in the comments. I'm about to come to the comments in a little bit. Let me know what y'all think about this dialogue between the two so far. And I'm about to, I may have to freeze this, but we'll see. Let's go.
But we're dumb. But no, I'm just playing.
You are like so disrespectful.
I mean, we dumb though. Men as a society as a whole, we dumb.
I actually don't think men are as dumb as they say they are. I feel like men are actually a lot smarter and a lot like
because
observant
we think
and slicker.
Because you know what? We don't sometimes we let our feelings and our like we think outside our brain too much. You know what I'm saying?
And women don't?
No, because we think like...
You think with your dicks is what you're trying to say.
Exactly. We think with our penis is too much. And it sidetracks with the focus that we need to have a man. And men as men, we need to be like leaders. And we need to be... But then we get in leadership positions. And you know what tears our leadership positions down? Because we're thinking with the wrong head. You know what I'm saying? So many times...
Nah. I'm not with P on this one. If you speaking about this as a generalization, he's speaking of a cult group and a small percentage of men in general, and he's kind of speaking in general like it's most men. The average man, I don't know. I'm not with Paul on this one. He kind of tweaking, but let's take a brief intermission, chat. I'm finna reset my camera. 1 second. Chat, we good? Y'all can hear me? We good, chat? We good, chat? We're going to pick right back up where we left off. I appreciate y'all sticking with me. 333 in the chat, man. Hopefully that wasn't too long of an intermission. All right, let's rock.
You see people at powerful positions do something fucked up because of a woman sexually, wanting a woman sexually. But that's us, because like, no, you got, like, we ain't thinking about it, you know? And so, but you guys are, you know, that's why, you know, when they wrote that song that men, what's the song where men but women run the world? What's the song? No. But a woman. The oldie, yeah. This is a man's world, but there's nothing without a woman. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing without a woman. You know, it's a man's world, but it's nothing without a woman.
Yeah, but men are in the era now that they forget that.
Yeah.
They think women are worthless. Why would I be with a woman? A woman in a relationship brings a lot to a man, and men don't want to admit that or see that nowadays. And I think it's vice versa. I think men bring a lot to a woman, period. I was never a woman that's like, I don't need no man. Like, I need a man, period. And I feel like it's vice versa, but men don't say that enough. Like, they be like, a woman is trash, and da-da-da-da. But men do think with the wrong head, but I do think men are smart. And I do think that men are
like, we smart, knowledgeable, but like, think about this, for a smart and great as like the top men in the world are, one little thing can tear them down.
Yeah, and it usually is pertaining to sex, right? Yeah. And the vice versa, the vice versa, and the equivalent to women is women think with their emotions.
I disagree. I think the top percentage of men in the world are mostly torn down by greed and gluttony, more so than sex. But okay, In Too Deep said Azar did this on her last podcast before it ended. What exactly are you referring to, In Too Deep? Flip said 333-888. Yes, sir. In Too Deep said they had a heated conversation prior to the show. How can you tell? In Too Deep said, yep. Soft Rain said 333. In Too Deep 333. Ugly said bitches be crazy. FC said blah blah blah. It kind of gets like that. But Paul's rhetoric, I'm not sure who it applies to exactly. Like, I'm sure there's some men who fall into this category, but it's got to be the minority, man. Because what is he talking about? And then Azar, she has some logic in what she's saying, but then some of her jabs at men, I just don't understand. It's like she has a balanced understanding of what's necessary for like a quality, long-standing relationship. You can kind of hear that in some of her rhetoric. But then you also hear her perspectives on like the behavior or the perspective of the average man in her eyes, and it's so pessimistic, and it makes you wonder. It's like, okay, this is, from what we know, an unmarried woman. And some of that is what we're going to compare today, right? We're going to listen to, because we have quite a few videos to get to. It's going to be a nice lengthy live stream. So if y'all are working, overnight, I got you for at least probably another hour from now. So, but with her being an unmarried woman, we're going to also hear some married women this evening too. And we're going to reference some of these perspectives parallel to each other to see what the differences are, and does the perspective truly dictate whether or not a woman is suitable for longevity, and the same for a man. Is his perspective dictate whether or not he's suitable for longevity? I mean, Paul, again, a man who, I don't want to say speaks against marriage in general, but he does talk about the business of marriage being a bad contract for men. He speaks from a very logical standpoint. He doesn't talk in the language of a man who necessarily wants to be married. Again, if he's been married before, I can't remember if Paul has been married yet, but he doesn't talk like a man who's trying to get into that at this point in his life. So with that being said, is his perspective keeping him from being that type of person? We're gonna figure this thing out, man. We're gonna figure it out. Let's go.
And that's why we could be smart, but I could love you so much that I'm going to overlook all the things you say and do that make it seem like we're not in alignment.
I wish God would just come out with like a third species. Oh, no, I'm saying there needs to be a third humanoid or something that we can all be like even kill with. Because like at this era where men and women don't even get along. Like, is there a third, like something we can go to Mars and find like an alien that's cool with everybody or something? I don't know. Damn, this is like crazy.
It's not that crazy. It's about us stopping this. You play a big part in it. It's stopping the things that people are saying to bring people down. It hurts. We hate to hear it. You hate to hear it.
Here we go. She about to cook right now, though. And that's why I called this the root of the problem. What Azar is about to get into is why we're here. Let's go.
Not that crazy. It's about us stopping this. you play a big part in it. It's stopping the things that people are saying to bring people down. It hurts. We hate to hear it. You hate to hear it. Like, stop.
Yeah,
like when I try to stop it, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Like, stop. I came on this podcast being so pro man and trying to get women to understand and this and that, and it doesn't. Then you sit up here and you say, women are this, and we're so dumb because we marry women, and then it hurts our feelings, and then we become defensive, and we get mad, and we hate each other now. Like, we are a part of the problem. Like, we sit up here on all these mics and tell everybody what they should be doing, what men have to do, and they have to provide, and they have to do this, and they have to do this, and a woman has to look this way and be this way and be this. Like, this is what we do every day, all day, and you wonder why we don't like each other, because we put this into the universe. We put this into the universe, and the people who have real people on their side and real loyal people, they don't even talk about it because they rather sit up here and talk about bullshit. That's the truth at the end of the day. That's the society that we live in, and we create the rhetoric that it's no loyal women and men are all fucked up, when in reality, that's not true. I know real relationships and real people who are loyal and dope, and there's a lot out there, because I know I'm not the only motherfucker left. So it's a whole bunch of people out there, but we want to...
Hey,
I like this. This is what they like to do to the Black community. Always.
Don't put this. This is just the news in general.
No, white people are not on podcasts talking about this shit. I do not see white men or white women sitting up talking about the shit we talk about. They don't. They 100% don't do that. I do not see.
Man, are you crazy? I saw Maury go on this for years.
Maury's a talk show.
I saw. Wait, what's the other talk show? Jerry Springer. Don't say this.
But we're not.
That's kind of crazy that she just took that angle. It is so. Listen, the problem with Black people holding Black people accountable, they be good until they go to paralleling the actions of Black people to white people. Understand that we are colonized, right? Which means that the culture and societal norms and things that we are acclimated to are those of the conquerors. You understand? So whatever debauchery or savagery or ratchetness you think Negroes got, bad, some of it is a byproduct of colonization.
Classic.
So essentially what I'm saying in layman's terms is whatever you trying to say Black people be doing, there's a white version of it.
Classic.
You got the hood, you got the trailer park. You got Tristan, what up? 333. You know what I'm saying? You got you got juke parties, you got rodeos and shit, and the Black folks trying to take the rodeo back. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's a place for all ethnicities to act a fucking fool. I think that's where Black people get lost when Black folks like Anton Daniels or whoever, Lil Dog, we call him Lil Dog around here.
Classic.
But when they try to hold Black people accountable, they be good until they parallel it with white folks, like white folks got shit all figured out. They fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole community, probably 20 minutes away from where I live, where allegedly they all jacked up on heroin and meth.
I'm only gonna do this once.
So, I mean, we got nigga problems and they got white folk problems. Like, cut the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? White folks don't got it all figured out. And I think when niggas try to hold niggas accountable, they should just stick to talking about niggas and leave white people out of it. Because if you really want to get into it, you could blame them for why we fucked up in the first place.
Classic.
Hello? So, yeah, just a word of advice for folks that's trying to hold their own accountable. Just keep the main thing. Don't parallel it to nobody. Everybody got their own fucking problems. But let's let this continue.
You think that Jerry Springer was on there doing all this?
Why
what are you talking about? Like, don't just
no.
I'm not gonna let you talk about our people like that.
No.
Because they do it too.
All of a sudden, listen, he's trifling. No, stop.
Because I saw Jerry Springer and Maury make us look a certain way, and they don't talk about
No, but I'm talking about right now in the Black community. We do not see white people on podcasts saying, women, we're done for marrying women. We're done. Matter of fact, when I switch my algorithm.
Listen to what she just said. Right now in the Black community, we don't see white podcasts. Duh. But there are plenty of white podcasts where, there's multicultural podcasts. You got to think about it. Fresh and Fit is multicultural as hell. They got everything from people that's imported from the, migrated from the imported, migrated from the islands be on their show. White girls be on their show. Rich girls, broke girls, strippers, and investment bankers. Everybody go on Fresh and Fit, and they have conversations with all these women about relationships today. Listen, you might not like Fresh and Fit podcast, but in regards to getting a census You know what I'm saying? It's a reasonable place to go try to get a census. Now, women in Miami are cut a little bit different, right? A little bit more superficial. But even all the women on their show don't be from Miami. So it's like, bruh, you know what I mean? Like it's not a color thing. This particular thing is not a color thing. It's society today. You know what I'm saying? All young Miami fans ain't black. You feel me? It's some white chicks right now in their bedroom right now having a little girls' night in some pajamas that they've been wearing for 2 days, practicing how to twerk properly right now. While I'm talking right now, they trying to learn how to throw that motherfucker in a circle like the sisters do. And y'all know I'm not lying. So like we gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop. Soft Rain said, yup. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
I actually see men saying, I'm a businessman and I do better in life because I'm married. That's what I see other races talking about. Oh, I get more respect when I bring my wife around. I'm more accolades. When I go to the black community, guess what I hear? Men are not shit. They better buy me a Birkin bag. I just saw Sweetie on a podcast saying you can't be a thousandaire. You have to be a millionaire to date me. Oh, this and that. Men talking about, oh, you gotta have this. And
You know what happens,
I'm tired of it.
You know what happens? We put our people of
Here's the thing though. She just said all that and she made the conversation about black people. She brung it around to black men. And yet her preference is black men. So again, if we go back to, God, I'll be cooking so smooth. If we go back to Class's concern for the night, is perspective the number one thing keeping people single? She just talked about black men and the way she sees us in totality and the conversations that we like to have as opposed to other races, yet and still she is preferential to us.
Classic.
And she is still yet to be wed with one of us.
I'm only gonna do this once.
This is not a personal attack, but it's an assessment, right? We're listening to a perspective of a woman, and then we're looking at the situation that said woman is in, and we're simply asking ourselves, is perspective keeping us in these places that we don't desire to be in? Why are there so many women who seem to be physically attractive, seem to be articulate, but yet and still are having sustainability issues? I don't care if you tell me I ended all my relationships versus you got broke up with, or it don't matter who left who. There's sustainability problems. You be having niggas and then you be back single. Same for the dudes that claim they want to be married and claim they want to get a wife. You be having a chick and then your ass be back single. That's a sustainability issue overall. Now, if you want to get into the nooks and crannies and nuances of your individual case basis, then that's something for you to sit down, break down, and assess. But is it your perspective that's in the way? You understand me? Come on, let's go.
major influence in positions to talk. Like,
yeah.
And then it influenced a whole generation.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Black culture, it dictates how everything moves and how everything is created in the industry, in entertainment. And we are the head. We are the head of that. Everything we're saying has so much major influence. Everything you sit up here and say, everything I sit up here and say, everything Cam Newton says, everything Young Miami says, and the things
because
that we are saying.
aren't as interested
but that's what I'm telling you. But instead of us trying to pull each other up and make a difference and say, hey, I'm going to uplift this. I sat on this podcast for a year uplifting black men. And no matter what, every chance a black man gets to get in the comments, they talk about me like a fucking dog. So at the end of the day, this is what we deal with. Period, point blank. It's not about being a victim. Women do it too. Men do it too. We all do it in our community. So yes, I'm tired of it and I'm sick of it. Like seriously. So at the end of the day, that's the truth. If we want to,
I'm surprised that people talk about Azar like a dog. I personally don't have any issues with Azar. I'm surprised that she isn't married. The only thing I could say from long range, right? And this, I could be 1,000,000% wrong. This is my POV, again, from long range, based on limited to no information, just simply based on what I've seen on YouTube. Azar could be single because she's a bit loud. And she's not, I don't want to say quick to lose her cool, but she's not slow to do it either. If you look at her temperament, we are just watching a snippet of their podcast. This video that I'm reacting to is about 16 minutes long. When this video started, she was talking good about men and very calm. We're about 2/3 of the way through the 16 minutes. Her hair has changed. She's had to fix her sunglasses 4 or 5 or 6 times. She's shifted in her chair 8 times, and her vocals have gone up 4 to 5 octaves. So it don't take much, you know what I'm saying, to get her, you feel me? And again, when men are dealing with a woman and they start flaring up and acting crazy and doing whatever it is that they do when they get out of sorts, we look at that and we say, do I want that for life? You see what I'm saying? So I think the woman is not that women can't be human and have their outbursts and things of that nature, but I think it's about the ability to taper that a little bit or to reel that in, you know, appropriately if you want to sustain something long term. Because who want to go home to that after however many hours of working? Hello? What we talking about in the chat real quick before I get to the rest of this? Let's see. Tristan said colonization allows them to believe that YouTube people are the standard. She lost me with that. Tristan also said, we see white women on podcasts talking about how much they hate men. Does have an appointment on that, or does it not count when it's the other way around? I just think she don't have it in her algorithm. But some people think if it's not in their algorithm, it don't exist. Too Tight said, yes, sir. At Classic Cook, bruh. Yes, sir. In Too Deep said, the Whatever podcast, too. The Pearl Daily. He's just listening to some white podcasts where they talk about this stuff. In Too Deep said, Azar is pre-wall and mad about not having a match. Pre-wall is crazy. I like that term. She is pre-wall, though. She's inching up to the wall, and she got to lock that thing in. Too Tight said, oh, shit, tell them about the gun line, boss. You couldn't be more right, bro. I'm just saying, calling it how I see it. Tristan said, and when defending black men didn't work, she resorted to feminist talking points. Exactly. Shifted quickly. In Too Deep says she talks too much. Paul Pierce just talked about that at the beginning of the show. Tristan said bullseye. In Too Deep, that candy is hitting good with those shades and indoor, allegedly. Funny as hell. Let's go.
Change it. It starts with us and it starts with you. You're an influential man on a show. You can make the change. We can make the change, but we don't. We sit up here and still talk shit about each other all day. That's all we fucking do. And it gets to a point where you're just tired of that shit. I am. So I hope that we can get better than this. And I hope we can move forward as a community and really see where we're creating the damage.
Done.
I'm done.
Hey, God damn, he just went on a whole rant. Like, damn, like what?
So speaking,
like you recreating, like, all right. So
I'm recreating what?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I gotta react.
Okay, yeah, please.
I just heard your rant for the last 2 minutes.
Okay.
And everything, and you said something that stood out to me.
Okay.
It was like you said something on the lines of like you're recreating yourself or something.
Yeah, I'm rebranding myself.
Reinventing yourself.
Yeah.
Like you just complained about what people said about you and criticized you of. And
hey, I just want to say Paul Pierce going from playing with his toes to playing with his chin hair right here like it's not being recorded. Nasty work.
Classic.
Same hand too, chat.
Forced you to reinvent yourself.
No, that's not what
No,
forced
I'm
me.
talking now. I just let you talk for 2 minutes.
You don't have to talk to me crazy.
You have to listen. Right
Go
now.
ahead.
So you just said
That was a man being a man. Let's see how comfortable she is with that.
what you said about reinventing yourself, and people talk about you like a dog, and so now you're reinventing yourself. So now you over here are influenced from your critics, from the people who said talk bad about you. Is forcing you to act different now. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy, because like I think what makes you you is being you. And like now you saying like you talked about me like a dog. I said this, I stood up, and now you reinventing yourself, revamping yourself based on what people said about you. I'll be damned, everybody who watched this that say whatever y'all want to say about me. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Y'all talk dirty. Damn, I done been talked about my whole life. I'm not changing for y'all.
Classic.
I'm never gonna change for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm always like, whatever I take to the ground, I'm gonna change because it's self-needed for me, what I feel is right. And if I feel like it's dragging me down or making me a person that's like not a good person to the people that's close to me or around me, I get it. I gotta change some things. But for the fact that people say certain things about me and do and how they feel about me, I could care less about y'all who type shit. I don't even know who y'all are.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
You voice your opinions off of me based on what you see on the Truth After Dark, whatever platforms that I sit on and I speak on. But like, if you don't know me as a person, because that's camera, I get it. You know, I make you react to certain things I say, and you may not always agree with what I say, or you may never agree with what I say. You may even hate me based off what I say. But based on what you say to me, based off what I say that angers you, it's not gonna change me. If you don't
Come on now, Paul. What you say,
I barely
Pete?
know who the fuck you are. The fuck you mean I want to be like you? How I want to be like you? Come on, man.
don't know me as a person and walk my everyday life and know what I've been through to get to where I'm at, I don't give a damn about you. Straight up. because you ain't walked in my shoes. Until you walk in my shoes and be around me every day and know who I really am, you don't know who I really am. Because like this person that you see that I talk to y'all and it's entertaining and you react and you do all this shit, this ain't the real me. I got family. I got friends. I got loved ones. I got people I lost. Like,
bro just told y'all this ain't the real me. I'm just on here podcasting. Hey, you got to realize there's streamers like that, yo. Like everybody not out here pitching authenticity, right? They out here throwing out hot takes, trying to go viral, clickbaiting, you know what I'm saying? Clip farming. They doing a lot of things strategically. They may sprinkle in some of how they really feel in there, but everybody not on podcast keeping it 100% real, and they'll be honest with you about it. You know,
It's already out there. It's already out there.
Like me, I pride myself on being honest about whatever I'm going to give you, but I'm also honest about the fact that I'm not going to give you everything. You see what I'm saying?
It's already out there. It's already out there.
But what I do give you, I'm going to try to make sure it's quality, and we're going to get through this thing, man. I'm going to get y'all through y'all work weeks, get y'all through them long days, give y'all some perspectives. We can learn from each other, and we're going to keep building community. You know what I mean? But fair exchange ain't never been no robbery. But I feel P when he say, man, I'm not letting y'all change me based on y'all opinions, y'all comments, you know, your chats or whatever you got going on. Like, man, you got to, that's why I keep saying podcasting and streaming ain't for everybody either. Like, and that's why you see a lot of women come into streaming that try to get into these spaces, like the content spaces where you got to have these conversations and they turn into debates sometimes, or you on panels, or you do this and that, and they come and they go and they go and they come because it's not for them. They don't have thick enough skin for what this all entails, because you can't just take the pros and not the cons. And I think it's a lot of people that want it like that these days. And that circles back around to our topic in regards to perspective, keeping people out of relationships, because a lot of people are looking for a relationship that's all pros with no cons. It's going to be some shit that you don't like. 9 times out of 10, a man that is with a woman, he thinks she talk too much. 9 times out of 10, that's just what it is. We think that the majority of y'all talk too much. Don't think that we hate women because of it. No, it's just one of the cons that come with the pros. Are we going to take y'all talking too much to be able to grip and caress and hold and rub on something supple in the wee hours? You fucking right. Fair exchange ain't never been no robbery, but you know what I mean, this illusion or this delusion of finding this person that has 90% of what we want and only just a couple of little things that we don't like, and the things that we don't like we can ask them to compromise, and then now thus though they're endowed, they're perfect. And then if your dumb ass as a man or goes to be perfect, then she gonna tell you she bored. So it's like, you know, so it's like, man, at the end of the day, you gotta toughen up, thicken your skin, you gotta be committed to being you. And then the people that want to deal with you because you being authentically yourself, they either gonna stick around or remove they fucking selves. That's how it's gonna go, G. But a lot of, I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to punch down on women, it's just simply a hormonal difference. A lot of women ain't built for the space of podcasting. Some of the attacks I've gotten, whether it be chats, DMs, phone calls, in some instances in regards to like my content and things that, or perspectives that people took exception to that I've said, like, you know, this shit come with the territory. A lot of people don't like what come with the territory, so they got to move.
You don't even know what I've been through. So I just hope that in your transition, Zora, and everything that you want to do and accomplish in life, don't let the crowd noise influence who you want to be and where you want to get to. Do that because you want to do it. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't let them determine or say, I want to be liked, and then try to do stuff to force people to like you. No, do it because it's comfortable for you to do, and in your realm, to where you like, this is still me, but I'm reinventing myself for the better of me. So, you know, all right? Yeah, like I agree with you. I'm done. So, I gave you.
He got to be done at a certain time and shit. Come on now.
Your stage.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
So that's what I want to tell to you. So I hope that moving forward, when you do this revamp and all of that, you feel comfortable in it, and it's genuine and it's authentic, and it does something for your spirit to where you're like, I feel good about this. I'm moving on from this era or this transition in my life to where I feel like this is needed. Don't do it because of what everybody else said.
And I like that advice. She should definitely take that advice from him. That was strong words from Paul. Tristan said, facts, Paul. She trying to get accepted by the sisterhood. That's the main sign that she's just like the rest of them. Yeah, you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You either going to be accepted by the sisterhood because the sisterhood thinks a certain way, or you're going to decide to go get that ring. because the wives don't think like the rest of these chicks out here that's husbandless. They just don't. They think different. And we'll see it here in a moment as the show progresses. Tristan said, I told y'all already, just let them talk. Absolutely. Into Deep said, unlock all future content for free by clicking the subscribe button right now. Yes, sir. Want to support the channel without spending a dime? Just hit the like button. For sure, for sure. Too Tight said, I'm already knowing facts. Tristan said, I respect those who stand on all 10 with their thoughts on shit. Absolutely. Into Deep said, I don't like being cut off. I will leave ASAP. Into Deep said, revamp. Sound like they ending things. Yeah, it does sound like they ending things. I wasn't going to speak that into the world, but it did kind of sound like that. But I will say this, regardless of how it go, they do have a great show. Azar brings something special to the platform. I hope they can continue to work together professionally if they were dealing with each other personally, because I know some people had alluded to that. I don't know nothing for sure, but I want their show to continue selfishly because I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the Truth After Dark. And we just discussed what could possibly be the root of the problem. Let's move. All right, y'all. Let's slide over to 8 at the table. All right, let's slide over to 8 at the table. We are going to get some more perspective. All right, 8 at the table put out a snippet of a full live show that they did where they're doing a reaction to some rhetoric from the New Orleans rapper D1. All right, so they're going to listen to his rhetoric. We are too. And then they're going to start a conversation around it. And that's what we're going to react to. Let's get into it.
If your woman don't look up to you, that relationship is going to fail.
Absolutely.
If your woman don't admire you, if she feel like I'm either on your level or I'm even past you, you heard me? Like I don't look up to my man. There will be a man that she does look up to one day. And she would definitely be have FOMO, of fear of that she missed out on that type of guy.
Yep.
You better believe that. So make sure that you get with someone who you can lead. In order for you to lead someone, then they got to feel like they admire you and they look up to you. And every woman is just not going to look up to you and admire you. I remember talking to someone, this was years ago. I remember talking to someone and she rocked with me on every level. But I just know that because of what she had her eyes set on, that she looked at me as someone who was like, I can't say nothing bad about this dude, but I just don't all the way look up to him. And it's because of the position that she held.
I actually just watched a video.
Before they even get into it, I want to say that I'm with D1 in regards to that. I think that men should deal with women that admire them. And even if they have to sacrifice in the physical attraction department to do so. If you're truly a man who is out here seeking long-term, lifelong companionship from a woman, a lot of times these days, and I'm gonna just be all the way a stack with y'all in the red room because it's grown folks conversation. But a lot of times, you know, for some of you men, especially if you're just a regular average Joe, you know, that loyalty that you want, that loyalty that you're looking for, that woman where you honestly, sincerely don't really got to worry about her going to go get no miscellaneous dick on you for the duration of y'all lives. Like there's that loyalty that you want. And that act right that you want and that know how to be quiet that you want, that shit might be packed up in something that you know, the packaging of that woman may not even be a woman that you would ever look at twice. But if you can get past, not, you know, maybe you change your perspective. Maybe you find one thing about her that you like, that you can use as your turn on physically for that woman. And then now you have everything else. And you know how to get yourself right with her. I mean, problem solved. But the thing is, much like women do, men try to find the most baddest thing they can get for themselves, depending on where they are, the finest looking thing that they can get for themselves. And then they try to put a good human being inside of there by way of using terms like compromise and concede and communication and all these other C words, when in all honesty, you just dealing with somebody that don't have deep reverence for you. That deep reverence, the woman that see you and get googly eyed, she might be a 2, gang. She might be a 2. But I'm telling you, she gonna treat you like diamonds and gold every day. And she probably gonna be nasty for you too. But she might be a 2, folk. What you gonna do? Most niggas these days, they gonna go suffer with a 6.
Classic.
They gonna go suffer with a 6. Same thing with the women. That man that she want to value her, value family, tend to them children, break his neck and his back for the family and love it, feel gratified by it, right? That man, He might be about 5'7". You know what I'm saying? And he might make 60K. You feel me? What's she gonna do? Go suffer with a cheating ass rich nigga?
Classic.
And these are the decisions we make. But let's hear what the eight at the table had to say.
Of Tahoe saying something similar. Did he make a video or did he tweet it? I don't know. He says, if my woman is not impressed by me, I feel like I'm not shit. Like, what am I doing here? I feel like I lost. And I definitely understood him. It was very short, but I definitely understood him, like, without him needing to explain. And I feel like this guy is saying the exact same thing. Like, if your girl don't look up to you or she's not like wowed by you, a woman that is wowed by you, impressed by you,
who want to
you
do
can
it?
lead her anywhere.
Who want to do it?
Like, she'll follow
That's on
you.
the
She'll
vertical.
want to follow
Getting
you.
gone.
She's going to trust you. No?
I hear the 25-year-old you coming out.
Okay.
Do it. Do
Let me go back. I stepped on her work a little bit. Let me go back. But who want to get Deadpool up out of here? First want to do it, get to pick a song. Let's get it.
Like, she'll follow you. She'll want to follow you. She's going to trust you. No?
I hear the 25-year-old you coming out.
Okay.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Don't do
Like,
that.
I'm not
It's just
following
like-
no man.
I just hate when people just make general. Stop it. I hate when people make general like statements. Yes, that may be the case for certain women. If that's the type of women that you date, then yes, that would work for you. She has to look up to you, or she's gonna leave you somebody else. However, people have to be careful because people will live their whole life trying to impress a woman, and they'll end up pushing them away because they don't care to look up to you. They just want you to be authentically you. There are people out there who don't care that you have this, and that. There's people out there who are stay-at-home husbands, and the wives are the boss lady at the job, and they're perfectly happily married and been married for 10, 15, 20,000 years, right?
Look at her hands, chat. Look at her hands. Y'all see her hands? Devoid of a ring. And listen, she will, if y'all watch this full episode, go to 8 at the Table, watch this full podcast. She will probably show you through her words or tell you through her words, I should say, that she's a woman who doesn't necessarily desire marriage with a man or a long-term commitment with a man. I've watched most of this episode. This is a snippet of their full episode. But again, a ringless woman, whether she desires marriage or does not desire marriage, this is a perspective of an unmarried woman that is speaking. She immediately takes good general advice to a man, because be clear, D1's message, the message that they're reacting to, that was a message from a man to men. Hey, brother, get you a woman that admires you, right? So first off, she's speaking on man business. One would say that she's out of turn, but they're podcasting, so we let it go. However, she crosses over into talking about a 2%, a 3% of people. Stay-at-home husbands, how many niggas doing that? Small ass number of people. These relationships where women don't desire to look up to their men, how many women who want to be with a man forever don't want a man that they admire? What percentage of women? I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying what percentage of women is that for real? So when you have these people who take this generally great advice and then say they disagree because they want to talk about this much shit that applies to the world, it lets you tell me why you're single without telling me why you're single. Let's listen.
And if you're out there when she wants you to be a stay-at-home dad trying to be on her level, now you're pushing her away because she wanted you to stay at home with the kids and she wanted to come home to you and cuddle with you and you be her whatever, her safe space at home. She doesn't necessarily just look up to you in general. She needs you to be what she needs you to be. And you trying to be something else, trying to be that leader and trying to be that macho, exactly. When you don't need to be that, is going to push away the woman who might have been for you. Or even you trying to be that leader, whatever. Some people are just self-destructive. So like they'll come into your lives and they're like, oh, I do look up to you, but I know I don't deserve you. So now you're thinking that you being this leader is not enough and you're going to move on to other things. Do what works for you.
That's a different case though. That's a man.
Yeah, you talking about something totally different. Her goalpost got wheels on it. If a man is trying to be a leader, it's because it's his proclivity is to lead. He is a leader. If a woman desires to have a partnership and she is dealing with a man that wants to be a leader, they're simply not compatible.
Classic.
That's it. He's doing right by leaving it alone. She's talking like a man that wants to lead a woman that don't want to follow is missing something by leaving her. A man who wants to lead a woman that doesn't want to follow isn't missing anything by leaving that woman. Go find a woman that you can lead. Respect yourself, king. You understand? And these will be the women, and I'm not saying her because I don't know her situation. I don't know her circumstance. I'm talking about her perspective, right? Let's not look at this as a personal attack. We're talking about the people that think like this woman. There are people that think like not her, but the woman that just spoke in the brown. There are people that think like her that are mothers of little boys, and the fathers aren't in the house. And then she tells her little boy this. Little boy grows up into a man. What does that look like outside, chat?
And who just wants what he wants, and he probably doesn't care about what the woman or what the woman wants for the family. A man, in your case, that he wants to be the leader and he thinks being a leader is enough. That's not a man trying to make sure his wife or his girl is impressed by him. He just wants to do what he thinks that he needs to do in life. But it feels good, I'm sure, for a man's ego.
Oh, 100%.
When the woman that he's with, the woman that he lays with every night is just like, wow, yeah, that's my man.
I feel like anybody should feel that way regardless of whether you're trying to be a leader or not. If you are not happy with the person that you're with, you just shouldn't be with them, regardless of whether they are aiming to be someone that you look up to.
Was the leader part that you're a little stuck on?
Yeah, like to look up to them. Who am I looking? Why am I? Hello?
No, but it's just like, okay, say we're taking out relationships. Anybody in the world that you are impressed with. It could be somebody that is just like a little bit above you at work. Like, I don't know. Like, okay, say somebody that you follow on Instagram. You follow her because she's doing her thing. She's gotten to somewhere similar that you want to go. And if you ever had the chance to talk with her in person, you'd want to ask her how'd you get there? Like, show me the ropes. Would you not be like, hold on, what am I trying to say? Sorry.
Impressed, admiring, motivated.
Okay, right. That's where I'm going. You are impressed by where she's at in life, right? If she says, hey, I have this gig, it's a very big one. I want you to come with me because I think that you're going to meet a lot of people. You could do a lot of networking and that can get you into, bigger rooms. Are you not going to follow that person?
I'm not following her. I'm going to the event that I was invited to.
She don't like the way stuff sound. What I tell y'all, I always tell y'all this. I'll reiterate it one more time here tonight. When there's communication that is vocally expressed, like I'm talking out loud right now, when words have to be said out loud, the number one priority for women is they have to like how that shit sounds. The number one priority ain't for it to be the truth. The number one priority ain't for it to be real. This ain't me punching down on women. This is me being objective like I always am. They like for shit to sound good out loud. Leader is a trigger word for her. Submission is probably also a trigger word for her, right? Above is a trigger word for her. She has a princess complex. I am elite. Everything is either at my top tier level or beneath me. But I am the top of everything. Nothing's above me. There are no leaders. If somebody invites me to a networking event because they got the connections I don't have and they invite me there so that I can make connections, I'm not being led there by them. I'm simply going to an event I was invited to. It can't sound like she's following somebody. It can't sound like she's looking up to anybody. She cares about how it sounds. It doesn't even matter what it is. It just matters what it sounds like. And this all too often is a bigger problem in communication because people hear what you didn't say a lot, right? Because of how it sounds to them. The words that you use may be direct, may be concise, may be on point, right? But they hear something else because of how it sounds to them. You may have used a select word that triggers them and it sends them off somewhere else. And now they're responding to you in a defensive posture instead of the conversation progressing forward. Again, women who think like this, you understand when a man deals with you and he has this type of conversation, he then asks himself, do I want to do this for life? if this doesn't change, if this doesn't get better, can I endure this? Is this one of the cons that I can tolerate? I'm just giving you male perspective. These are the questions we ask ourselves. Let's go.
But I don't know. I think it's the wording that's messing me up. Like, I don't really look up to.
You're going with her to the event.
Yeah.
So what he was trying to say is like a woman that doesn't admire her man, they shouldn't be together.
But he was also saying that she's going to find someone who is over him, basically.
Because he was saying that she's going to look for that man that she does admire. That was the whole premise of the video. Basically, you're either him or you're not to her. That's
Isn't that just dating in general? I just don't feel like you have to point out. Like,
I agree.
Like, why are we pointing out? Oh, you have to be the person that she looks up to. You just have to be someone that she likes. Period.
No. Because you could like me, but have a hard time listening. You could like me, but have a hard time just simply saying yes. You could like me, but don't ever be quiet the first time I say we done talking about this shit. So you liking me ain't enough. You can have all the goo goo gaga eyes you want, but if you don't act how I like for a woman to act, you cook, baby. You are disqualified. So yeah, no, it's not enough just to like me. You know what I'm saying? How do you act? It's not enough. It's not enough for me just to like you. How do I act? Right? What do I be on? You know, am I soft spoken? Am I passive aggressive? Do you like a man that's forward, brute? You know, so like your dad and all that shit, right? So no, it's not enough just to like somebody. This is a rudimentary point she's making.
Yes, I agree.
I don't think look up to is like, I think it does bother me. Because why are we looking up?
I think that she doesn't like the hierarchy.
I don't like the hierarchy. I don't like,
but it doesn't like looking up doesn't mean he's better than you.
I'm not saying
it
that
doesn't
either.
mean that like, I don't know what it is here.
It's like if I'm looking up to someone,
I'm trying to actually figure out the word
where you are at, I guess. And like, I'm not looking for that in a partner. I'm looking for someone I just genuinely like being around, regardless of like, I'm not going to date no bum off the street. Obviously.
No, you don't. You actually, okay. In my example, it was to, you know, you'd want to be where that girl was at. But like in a relationship, you don't have to be where they're at. You can admire them for simply being into fitness.
Yep.
Like, damn, my man really works out and he stays looking good just because he likes that for himself.
But even if he didn't work out, if he just stayed fit,
everything you say, she gonna come back with a but and a if and it should be, and she gonna stay alone. Yup. She gonna stay alone. Hey, what you say earlier, in too deep? She is pre-wall.
Classic.
Yes, Lord. And I believe she says she's 25. So this is a young woman's perspective. However, I know forever single when I hear it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what that sounds like. Tristan said, what is she even talking about? I ain't going in too deep. Said at Soft Rain, he was in the widescreen. Yeah, I clipped him already. I already got dude up out of here. No trolls. You know what I'm saying? Disagree, keep it about the conversation. Tristan said, Steve Harvey really got them thinking like a man. Fellas, never reduce yourself to the wife role in the household that you are responsible for. Facts. Soft Rain said, oh, okay. In Too Deep said, at Tristan, the book and movie is trash too. Tristan said, facts. In Too Deep said, rambling on and on. What is the topic? Right. They done left the topic alone. Soft Rain said, which way we going? Exactly. Too Tight said, straight up, they try to talk a good game and actions ain't even adding up. Tristan also said, I couldn't take a woman like her nowhere. He said, pay attention to her. She's looking for a man that respects her more than she respects him. I'm just listening to her. All you got to do is let people talk. Too Tight said, sounds delusional to me. SMH. Single is what it sounds like to me. Single.
I like him because he's attractive, not because he works out. If you are big, if you are not in shape, if you're not in shape and you work out every day, I don't care that you work out. I'm not admiring that you work out. You're still not in shape. Like,
but it's not really about his, it's just something that he does that you admire.
It's the fact that I like you, not anything that you're doing.
Okay.
She doesn't like and you want to have power over her.
Yeah.
Because
you know what? I will admit that.
Yeah.
No one can have power over me in any way, shape, or form.
Hey, listen, baby. Go ahead and enjoy your life as a stud, love. Go ahead and go full stud. Go get you some baggy ass jeans. You feel me? Go slide up there the lids. Get you a couple fitted caps, baby. You know what I'm saying? Tuck that fro back into a little neat little tomboy bun. You see what I'm talking about? Man, listen. The hoes gonna eat you up. You know what I mean? Literally. I ain't gonna lie to you. Go ahead and enjoy your life as a stud. Spare us men of the experience of you, baby. I ain't gonna hold you. We gonna move on. Yeah, spare us. Spare us of the experience of you. Oh my God. In Too Deep said pre-wall mindset merch coming. Yeah, Too Tight said big facts, homie. Debo said, what's the director's note? What's my inspiration here? I'll put up a show for you. Heck, you do know what an entertainer does. I don't know what you on. Everybody watch him close. I don't know what this Debo Hemp is on just yet. Watch him close. Tristan said, these are the same women who will demand our protection while saying this. Too Tight said, die alone, baby girl, in the words of Kevin Samuels. Tristan said, I got him. It is what it is. It's a damn shame what happened to Nutso. Man. So listen, man. Yeah, that's it on 8 at the table, man. You should admire your man. It's crazy that turned into such a back and forth discussion. You would think that it's pretty straightforward, that a woman should admire, that men should be dealing with women that admire them. I think the issue that a lot of people run into, and when I say a lot, I mean exceptional amount. What's this channel about? I run a sociology channel, so I discuss all things people, some things current events, some things just fun. Today we having a lighthearted episode. This is my Red Room segment where we have adult conversation, talk about relationships and things like that. But normally, typically speaking, I talk about sociology in general, men's health, women's health. I have a women's panel, a men's panel. I have my Red Room show. It's a lot of stuff. So yeah, just stay tuned. I got a lot of show left, so just stay tuned and see if you like it here. Welcome Alexandria Ian, everybody. Welcome her to the Classic Codes. That's the truth. Honor your king, but they have to be the right kings. That's right. You got to make sure your pick are on point. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. Thank you. Absolutely. You're most welcome. But yeah, you got to make sure your pick are on point. But yeah, you would think it's pretty straightforward. The way that got complicated is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But let's move, chat. We got a lot more to discuss. If y'all catch this on the rewatch, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think. All right, y'all. So we've listened to some single women have some conversations with some men and, and panels. But now we slide over and listen to some married women, right? This episode is indeed, and in fact, called Relationship Perspectives. Different views, different consequences. All right. So let's get into it. All right. We sliding over to TikTok. And we are going to tap in with the It's Given podcast. Shout out to Sarah Shorter. She still goes by Sarah Fontenot in the algorithm, but that is Sarah Shorter now because she is somebody's wife, chat. Hello. Classic. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody's wife, chat. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the perspective of a wife in regards to relationships. And again, before we get into that, let me reconnect everybody who just got here. The overall thing we're examining today is class's concern. Is perspective the number one thing keeping people single? Right? Simply perspective. Is it the number one thing that is keeping people single? Let's listen to what Sarah Shorter has to say about the definition of a real one as it pertains to women. Let's go.
A masculine man desires to provide. And if that man gets down and you leave him, you're not a real one. If that man gets down and you talk to him crazy, you're not a real one. If that man gets down and the respect goes out the window, you're not a real one. End of story. That's the way that it is. And I'm standing on that 10,000 toes down.
He doesn't want to be reminded of his past, so he leaves the woman that helped him build this.
You got to also understand that most men feel like most women aren't loyal anyway. So if you go through the test of time.
Is that true, chat? Yes or no? Do most men feel like most women aren't loyal? Do we feel like that today? I'm just talking about today's time. Do y'all feel, we don't have a way to get an accurate census. There's no way for us to know. But based on y'all perspectives, do y'all think that most men find most women to be untrustworthy today? Let's go.
And I'm standing on that 10,000 toes down.
He doesn't want to be reminded of his past, so he leaves the woman that helped him build this.
You got to also understand that most men feel like most women aren't loyal anyway. So if you go through the test of time and she is loyal, they're not going to give up a loyal one to take a chance on one that they think is not loyal enough. Let me finish. Let me finish.
God.
They're not going to give up the woman that they already found that they know is loyal for a woman
That's a
that
lie.
is, let me finish, that
That's
they
facts.
know is not loyal.
Hey, the woman who is interjecting with emotions and passion, by the way, passion and emotions, the woman who is interjecting, who can't control herself to allow the point to be made before she gives her rebuttal. No shade, no shade, no dark throne, no malintent. Objectivity speaking, to my knowledge, the woman in the background behind the camera that keeps interrupting, single, chat.
Classic.
We are just trying to examine whether or not perspective is keeping people single. Let's go.
Here in these streets, Anissa.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All the men are agreeing, and that's what you're doing. What a lot of the women do in the comments, you argue, and these men right here saying that
I'm
that's
not
the
saying
truth.
that all men are the same. I'm just saying that there's both sides on each spectrum, and I
There's
just feel like we
always
need to
both
speak
sides
to
and
each
everywhere
side.
in between. What I'm saying is, you have to understand, most men don't trust women.
Mm-hmm.
They
I
just
agree.
don't. And so if you get a woman that you finally know has your back for real,
Mm-hmm.
rides it out with you, and then you hit a downtime, and now not only is she loyal when it's up, now
Mm-hmm.
you know she's loyal when it's down, when you're down.
She get everything.
She gets everything. The
I agree.
majority
That's how it's
of
supposed to
men,
be.
the majority of men are not going to leave that woman and risk on another woman when most women aren't loyal. It's not realistic. A masculine man desires to provide, and if that man gets down and you
Hey, what y'all think about that, chat? We got Hey, it's hot in the kitchen now. The when them wives start talking shit, get different. They gonna call her a pick me, chat. They gonna call her Masaganai. Let's go. In Too Deep said 333 for Alexandra. Yep, 333. Everybody welcoming you in. In Too Deep said a quick tap on the like button is free, but it means the world to me. Absolutely. Let's go. Tristan said, yep, I believe it. He said, I believe so, my brother. Damn, we don't think we know, most ain't. Damn, we don't think we know, most ain't. All right, LS in the building. What up? In Too Deep says, C Breezy told us this. He did. C Breezy did. He made some millions telling us about it. You know what I'm saying? And they danced to it. They danced to it and they sung along. Were they telling us the truth in our faces in the club all those nights?
Classic.
It's a cold game. Tristan said, I like when Sarah cook like this, bruh. Hey, listen, since she got that ring on her finger, she been doing different things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look, my little patois tried to jump out, Tristan. I'm working on it, folks. You got to put me on game. In Too Deep said, I got shade for them. Alexandra said, hurt and single. Tristan said, exactly. She in the back saying predictable shit. McKinnon said, I found most people are untrustworthy. Do you really think you trust most men? The OJ's backstabbers out there. Absolutely, he did. He said they'll smile in your face whole time. They want to take your place.
Classic.
Great point, McKinnon. I'm with you. Rowdy said the king is here. Welcome in, Rowdy. We'll see if you're a king here momentarily, because right now we don't know you like that, Jack. Alexandra said it depends on the man again. Some men will leave a good woman for some breezy. Do men leave good women, or do they step out, get caught, and the good woman leave them?
Classic.
Because I don't know too many men that just try to dip on a good woman for a breezy. He might try to dabble with the breezy and be sloppy with his work. I'm just talking about men in general, right? Let me know what you think about that, Alexandra. I got to challenge you a little bit. Too Tight said, indeed, is pretty much already out there. Hey, Too Tight. You said it before I could. You know what I mean?
It's already out there. It's already out there.
Alexandra said, that's very understandable. She said, you right. Yeah, because most of the women, what they always say, I left him. You know, they be quick to tell us that they left, like that's a turn on or something. So you have a proclivity to bounce, huh? Yeah, you sound like a good investment. It's
already out there. It's already out there.
Yeah. Roddy said, nah, we don't leave queens. We know their worth. Absolutely. Say that, Roddy. Roddy showed up and found a home. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, dog. That's what's up.
Remember this day.
Let's listen to her one more time. Let me know what y'all think.
leave him, you're not a real one. If that man gets A masculine man desires to provide. And if that man gets down and you leave him, you're not a real one. If that man gets down and you talk to him crazy, you're not a real one. If that man gets down and the respect goes out the window, you're not a real one. End of story. That's the way that it is. And I'm standing on that 10,000 toes down.
He doesn't want to be reminded of his past, so he leaves the woman that helped him build this.
You got to also understand that most men feel like most women aren't loyal anyway. So if you go through the test of time and she is loyal, they're not going to give up a loyal one to take a chance on one that they think is not loyal enough. Let me finish. Let me finish.
I ain't gonna hold you though. This the part of the conversation where Classic got to tell a little bit of uncomfortable truth. I'ma say this, and this is genderless. This genderless, but y'all know I'll be keeping it a buck. The easiest way to get cheated on or left, even though you loyal as hell, is to let yourself go. I seen it happen to men. I seen it happen to women. I seen both. I seen men let themselves go, get comfortable with the woman, eat too many Cheeto puffs, skip the gym too many days. Next thing they know, they could fit an A-cup bra, and they woman outside trying to get some real nigga dick.
Remember this day.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I seen women have kids and they don't prioritize that bounce back. We get it. It's some postpartum. We get it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stress. It's a whole new lifestyle. It's a whole new acclimation. We get all that. But somewhere in there, you got to prioritize that bounce back. Because I seen a lot of women let go after that baby and they claim it's that baby weight. And that man be having patience for like 5 or 6 years. And that baby weight be adolescent weight. Then the baby weight be preteen weight. Then the baby weight be this nigga grown now weight. You know what I'm saying? And then they want that nigga to stay single, stay faithful the whole time. And he been stopped being attracted to her. It's a hard truth, but we got to prioritize our physical fitness. If you want to be with somebody for life, you make sure that person still think you look good. Now, I told y'all fellas, ain't nothing to do to curb her wandering eyes or her nature. Keep coming home with a new muscle every week. Come home with a new muscle every week. She talking about, ooh, your back starting to fill out, ain't it? Then the next week, your quads getting right. Keep coming home with a new muscle. Buy a new outfit. Get you some new cologne. Make sure she still like it now. Same thing with the women. Hey, ladies, do them squats and them lunges right before you get in the tub. Them things go a long way. 50-50. 50 squats, 50 lunges, 50 sit-ups right before you get in the shower. If you shower twice a day, that's 100. That's going to add up 365 days a year. You're going to look like it. You see what I'm saying? And he going to want to tap that when you step out that wall.
Remember this day.
Come on now. When people be saying, I'm telling you, whenever, I don't even know what the woman behind the camera look like, right? But if she's saying she been completely well behaved and she don't be getting done right, it's probably because somewhere in that superficial department, she not fulfilling things. Hey, listen, and it go both ways. This is a genderless discussion. You feel me? But the shit real. It's real, chat. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I be hearing, listen. Come on now. Alexandra said you right. Rowdy said, nah, we don't leave the queens. In Too Deep said, I will never cheat. If I am, ain't what I need, I am out. I feel you. If you're not getting what you need, you out. Too Tight said, women leave, men don't mostly. Facts. McKinnon said, oh shit, Classic already circling. Laughing my ass off. What you mean? Let's see. We got a super chat. Skip the line. Rowdy said, peace, King. Appreciate you with the super chat. We got the 199, bro. Then cracked the bank open for the day. Gratitude on the super chat. Yes, Lord. Let's get him right.
Are you making another beat, Daddy? And Genius is my dad.
Classic.
Oh, we talk about money.
Get money. Let's talk about it.
My money look different now. When I talk about 50,
used to be $50.
I'm talking about 50,000. Gotta move a little different.
Yeah.
My maneuvers is in and out. Ain't trying to get spotted
at all.
Too introvert to be in the crowd.
Real life.
I'm low key at the Coach store buying plain Janes, no logos. When you spend this
Classic.
Yeah, sir. Appreciate you, Rowdy, for the 199 super chat. Alexandra said that girl can't even hear her out, which explains why she's single. I'm telling you, all you gotta do is just watch real close. Like, I never had to ask a woman, like, so why are you single? Like, I've asked that question before, but I learned to observe. A person will show you, male or female. You could watch the Pop the Balloon show and listen to the interactions that they have when Arlette walks them over to see why they holding the balloon, why they pop the balloon, or maybe they still holding the balloon and you see them bounce questions back and forth. You can see in either person why they're single up to this point. The dude will either be awkward as hell, or maybe he can't dress at all, or he doing some weird ass shit with his hair. This nigga got a hairstyle like he don't care what women think. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will show you or tell you exactly why they alone. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just pay a little bit of attention for just a few short minutes. I'm with you. Soft Rain said, y'all hit the like button on the way in the door. Yes, Lord. One more badass said, Black women are not queens. They can't even keep a father in the house. Give us more perspective. Don't block him. Don't block him. He keeping it about the topic. Let him talk. Don't block him. Did somebody clip him already, or is he still alive? Look like he's still alive. Let him cook. Leave him alone. As long as he keep it about the topic, let him talk. Soft Rain said, thanks for the super chat. Yes, Lord. In Too Deep said, yes, sir. Preach. Tristan said, that's real. Alexandra said, you definitely got to keep your shape. I am naturally shaped. Even after my little girl, she gave me more hips, and I love it. She said she working with something, chat. She said she holding something. She said she got handlebars, chat. Now, it's some men in the chat that's gonna shoot their shot now, Alexandra. In Too Deep said 1 year. Alexandra said she gave me hips. I love it. Into Too Tight said grown ninja. Wait, I'm dying, but it's true, man. Yeah, facts. In Too Deep said money. Yes, Lord, I caught it. Let me see. Yeah, all the links in the chat for In Too Deep for people that's trying to stay in tune with me. All right, let's move off of this, man. Shout out to Sarah Shorter, and shout out to the It's Giving podcast, and shout out to Chat 333 coming through with the good conversation. Let's move. All right, we got one more to get to. It's storming pretty bad out by me, chat. It's been real critical for about a week straight. So let's pray the internet hold up. We're going to get through this last one. This our last one. We got to save the best for last. Obviously, y'all know who my favorite content creator is, but in today's lineup, the best for show is Danica Marie Dope Discussions. You know what I'm saying? The first content creator with such a humongous following on YouTube in particular to come up and give me a collaboration, you know what I'm saying, off the strength and off the mutual respect for what we do as content creators. So I'm going to always do my reactions with Danica. Plus, I ain't gonna hold you. When me and Danica, when I react to her stuff, or even when we collab, we do numbers. You get what I'm saying? Classic. You get what I'm saying? But again, once again, chat, we finna listen to a wife talk, because today's classics concern, again, before we get into this segment, is perspective, the number one thing keeping people single. I think we're coming to a pretty safe conclusion tonight, but we're gonna continue to examine. Now, this video is a little bit of a curveball. We have been listening to women discuss women, and even discuss their perspectives on men's perspectives. But this one is going to be about male behavior and how men who are successful have adapted to the dating market themselves. Let's let Danica Marie cook.
Hey, folks really out here getting mad because men is deciding to be single more than ever than to be in relationships. Do y'all not understand? We do not want no masculine ass woman in 2026. We tired of drinking down Julio and eating seafood boil. Man, whatever happened to the girls? Where they at? Because these backwoods smoking hole, we tired of that. Man ain't trying to wipe up no baby D, man. I need a long dog.
I don't know if I'm speaking from experience, dog, but fellas, stay single, man. Once you realize that a relationship will always be about the woman and her emotions and how she feels in a relationship, you'll realize it's a waste of motherfucking time. Because sometimes you're supposed to put her on a pedestal, but you will never get that reciprocation, gang. That's why they always say love for men is conditional, gang. You only love by what you can provide. The second you start showing up, my nigga, so does the love.
Hey, so it's a lot of, women be asking me, so how are you single? And you seem like you got like a lot going for yourself. You got a nice job, you're a good looking man, you got a house, travel the world, and it's just like you haven't found that right one. Like, where's your wife?
Talk your shit.
Where is she? A lot of these women don't really act right. It's the internet that really got their head buzzing. And I'm just being real. I'm a real dude, real. So I identify a lot of shit and I don't play no games. Anytime I see something in the beginning and it's a red flag, I'm already on 10. My guard is already up. I don't have my guard up in the beginning because I'm like, okay, I got to treat everybody different. But it's always something that'd be crazy that'll pop up. And I know, but I still just go with it. And I'm like, okay, well, we can better that. Or whatever it is. Whatever the situation is. I done had goddamn female that was married and had problems with her husband. And next thing you know, he hitting me up. And had that. I had husband follow us to the goddamn wherever we going on the first date type shit. I done had that. I done had just all kind of shit. I don't really talk about all that. But what I'm saying is that I like a woman that likes me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very big on respect. I don't like to be disrespected in no way. I like to communicate about things also. I like to talk it out, not go to sleep on it and then wake up and it's like nothing happened. I don't like that because it's sending fake signals to me, fake vibes, like it's fake. So it's like the problem is still there because we haven't even talked about it. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very big on like who likes me. You know what I'm saying? I can feel who likes me. I know who likes me. You know what I'm saying? I like a woman to do for me as much as I do for them too.
Facts.
Also, own up to your shit if you fuck up. A lot of women don't own up to their shit.
Listen.
That shit irks me. If you have a problem, own up to your shit. You know what? I messed up. It was my fault. You know, how can we better this situation? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just make any woman my girl. Because the simple fact that I can just get a girl right now if I want to, right now.
A lot of
quick. Anyone?
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. It's a lot of brothers out there. I ain't gonna hold you real quick. When women be like, when people ask the age-old question, who's the prize, the man or the woman? And you have some women out here who still be saying that the woman is the prize. They hate the realizations. And women who fight against reality are typically the ones that are single and looking. And they are pre-wall. Shout out to N2D. They are pre-wall.
Classic.
They finna hit the wall doing 200 in a Hellcat. Why are you fighting reality? That man who got his shit together in whatever capacity he has it together. See, with us, we don't have to check every box. We just got to check one or two important boxes and we could really have our way outside. Shout out to Liberation.
Classic.
That's really what it is. Brother, if you listen, y'all think I'm capping. Check the physical attraction. Look, how many boxes women got? They got the physical attraction box, right? In general, right? You just physically attractive. But let's go into the nuances. Don't be over 6 feet and physically attractive. Add in charm, add in charisma, add in good hygiene. You check all them boxes, you ain't got to have $1 in your pocket and you can do whatever you want with women.
Classic.
If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Men only got to check a couple of good boxes, and I promise you, he can find another you before you find another him.
Classic.
If I'm lying, I'm flying. And that's why it's easier for dudes to check out of the rat race. Like, man, y'all motherfuckers requiring all this and then only coming with that. Like, shit, we cool off that anyway. And the way y'all giving it up, shit, nigga don't got to commit to nothing no way. So what we doing? That's what people are arriving to. Let's let these men cook.
When I can get that I want. That I think, that's in my DM or, you know, whatever. I can just get and make it my girl, right?
And I want to pause there and highlight that because let a lot of women out here tell it. These men are single because nobody wants them. They're dusty, they're broke, they're lame, they're zesty, they're sassy. When in all actuality, these men are flooded by a whole bunch of different women that are of your caliber. Maybe it's even you that they can have at their disposal whenever they want to. These men today, and don't let him be successful. Don't let him be attractive and successful. Now he's really in this mode of independence. He's really in this mode of just focusing on himself and grinding. He's really been bombarded and flooded with countless different women hitting him up like, hey, big head, why aren't you dating? Why haven't we talked before? Why are you single? These men have options, ladies. Let's be abundantly clear. It's just that the more successful and the more wise and intelligent a lot of these guys are, they feel like they have to protect themselves from the women out here because, like they stated, a lot of y'all are selfish. It's all about you. It's not about what he needs anymore. The whole relationship is focused on what he can do and provide for you. A lot of y'all are also liabilities. So the more money that these guys have, the more likely it is going to be expected for him to spend said money on a woman in the relationship. She needs help. She's down and out. A lot of y'all have kids. These guys out here, they don't even have children. They're that focused. No, I'm not going to be a baby daddy. No, I don't want to create a bunch of broken homes and single baby mamas. I don't want the headache and the drama of that. The whole plot is to keep what I have and continue to build upon it. And I have to split it up and give it all away. So these guys have a lot to lose. So whatever woman that they are ready and willing to take that type of gamble and risk on, oh, she better be top tier. She better be elite. This is what's going on. It's not that these men can't have a woman. They can have plenty of women, to be very honest.
Hey, I think these men are exhausted.
I've been trying to find good people for so long. I'm tired, bro.
Let's clock it, y'all. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. The women are in such a drought today, and they are so thirsty for a man that is attractive, that is successful, that does have a level head and got things going on for them, that they're ready and willing to share.
Oh, yeah. And gonna have to.
Y'all want me to lie? I'm not going to do it.
Gonna
It's
have to.
already
Women
out
today
there.
want
It's
a
already
man
out
so
there.
bad that is able to provide for them, protect them, lead them, teach them, whatever, that they are ready and willing to turn a blind eye and pretend like, oh, he not out here dealing with other females. He not.
They don't even got to turn a blind eye. We ain't doing nothing but transitioning into polygyny being normalized. I'm not with the polyamory movement. That just sounds like an orgy. But listen, polygyny though, we are on the way. This is the transitional phase. People starting to turn blind eyes to, okay, he do what he want. Just don't bring nothing home. Don't let me feel it. Don't let me hear nothing about it. Be respectful with what you're doing. It go from that to the conversation transitioning over time into, you know what, if you see somebody else you like, I would like to meet her and know her. I don't want you to hide nothing from me. I can talk to her. We can figure this thing out. It turns into that. And then it turns into, hey, we pushing for a president that's talking about legalizing multiple wives. You see what I'm saying? It happens slowly, but if you can look at trajectory and if you can see the writing on the wall, I just told y'all a long time ago, thanks to the Obamas turning all these sweet feet, now you have an influx of straight men with 4x the options they had last year. You see what I'm saying? You had 10 years of the Obamas pushing the rainbow community. So you got so many people who would have been in the pool for you women walking around here 6'4", 6'6" with muscles and fingernail polish, that for men like me who are apparently and happily hetero, right? Now our options went from whatever they were to 4x whatever the fuck they were, because most of the other dudes that y'all would have liked, they like each other. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to get to a point for the ladies out here to have a good man is to share him. Classic. Before it gets there, ladies, if you still got your body count reasonable, still got your looks in order, got your mind right, and you have a certain level of modesty about you, go secure a husband to yourself while you still can, or you're going to be a sister wife. And I personally don't see that as a diminishing thing. I don't see that as a step down. I actually think you're going to have a better quality of life, but most women don't see it that way. And I understand it. So I'm speaking to the current perspective of the masses. But if you don't desire sister wifehood, if you see that as something that is lesser than, which I don't, but if you do, you need to be trying to secure a husband right now. I'm talking about cold red, sound the alarm. Next nigga that think you the truth, you need to look at him real hard.
Only gonna do this once.
I ain't gonna lie to you, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a code red out here for the females that's single and seriously looking. And if you think it ain't, don't say I ain't say nothing.
Out here cheating on me. Y'all already want to be sister wives. So let's not create and spin this whole narrative that these men couldn't have women. They can have all of you. They just don't want to. And fellas, I would love for you all to sound off in the comment section and tell us, why is it that the more successful you all become, the more comfortable you all are with the idea of being alone or with the reality of being alone? What is that about? All right.
I can answer that for her. She said, so for the fellas, I ain't gonna have her pause like that. So she said, fellas, the more successful y'all become, the more comfortable y'all get with the idea of being alone. Well, I can tell you from knowing some dudes that you know what I mean, really put their hands on M's. You got a couple different perspectives of the successful men that are comfortable being alone. You got the one that's like, they like they coochie transactional. They like to pay the money so that when they're done, she leaves, right? They don't pay for her to come. They pay for her to go. So you got men who still like it transactional. It's just less of a headache. It's less of a burden. It's something they can accurately budget and facilitate for themselves. And it's just a lot cleaner of a situation for some of those men. Then you have the other men who don't necessarily want to pay for it, but because they have built themselves up to a certain way, they know that they have a capacity to acquire women at their leisure. So they don't have to have a day-to-day in-house woman who could be considered to be a liability depending on her quality. They just have one come over when they need that fix. You see what I'm saying? It's like hitting up a good quality weed man at 2 a.m. You know he's woke and you know he's mobile. Classic. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. You send that woman that text. She been waiting to hear from you anyway, because you're the mysterious, enigmatic, successful man that she longs and yearns for, while she got this buster ass nigga that she giving conversation to because he's serious about her. So when you shoot that text at 2 a.m, like what you up to, she gonna tell you nothing, even if it's something. And whatever she doing, she gonna cancel. Classic. Hey, look, and you ain't got to send her a Uber. She'll drive.
I'm only gonna do this once.
I'm telling y'all about reality. Fuck all the shit they say on the internet. He needs to be sending me a car. He need to be doing this. He need to be doing that. She don't like you, King. A woman will drive her motherfucking self, and she'll drive an hour in the middle of the night. Man, listen, I done had a female driver come see me 2 hours in the middle of the night. 2 hours. I'm sliding. Oh, damn, it's like 2:30 though. You ain't gonna get here till like 4 in the morning. You gonna be up when I get there? Shit, I'll wake up, then I'm coming.
Classic.
You know what I told her? Yes, you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, it's the Red Room chat. We get like that. Tristan said facts, accountability. Alexandra said arguing in front of others or name calling is so disrespectful. Like we should do that in private and don't downgrade your partner and own up to your shit. For sure. We should, but do we? You know what I'm saying? We got to lock in. McKenna said yes. Do not go to sleep not having settled shit. That is a recipe for unpleasantness. Like hell, we're done. We're either solving this or uncovering the real problem. Hey, I hear that, McKenna. Put your foot down, brother. In Too Deep said, my old ass going motion. Let in that 55 plus adult community rec center, and it's a wrap. He funny as hell. Tristan said, hey, when the wives get on the mic, it's real shit going on. Danica she ain't playing, is she? Hey, In Too Deep said, got not going. I got you. In Too Deep said, keep up the bad work, folks. He funny as hell. Flip said, I don't. You don't what, Flip? Tristan said, I think women should learn to share. Stop being greedy all the time. Funny as hell. T, you click rage baiting. Too Tight said, it's real out here. Square biz, real talk. In Too Deep got the wild eyes. Flip said, code red language is feminine hypergamy. Sorry. Feminine hypergamy, choosing up. Yeah. In Too Deep. Alexandra said, what are good signs a king is a king without him just saying so? Pay attention to how you move. Pay attention to how you move. I think men that are intentional, they have a certain level of consistency about them. And if he really, really like you, without you forcing him or asking him to explain himself, he probably will offer you some level of explanation if he really like you. So let's just say he's fairly consistent, which could lead you to believe he's intentional. And then one day he dropped the ball. If he's genuinely remorseful about it, and I don't even want to use apologetic, but he's explanatory. Hey, this is what happened. This what fell through. You know, I apologize. I played with your time. I'm gonna make it up to you. This type of that type of language let you know he's intentional. Now, I will say this: if he got that energy turned on, and y'all ain't really, you know what I'm saying, bumping uglies, and he not pressed for it, you know what I'm saying? I would just say measure his ways. That's really it. We all risking it. I ain't gonna lie to you, Alexandra. Like, that's a tough question. We all risking it at the end of the day, but just measure people by their ways. Shit, pay attention to their patterns so you can see what their trajectory is. Okay, this man may not be the most attentive to all of my nurturing needs and shit like that, but he a hard ass worker. So I know shit, if I'm with him, we gonna be taken care of. Now, am I gonna get all the cuddle time I want? Probably not, but shit, he got his feet on pavement. You got to think about if them pros and cons work for you, or you might want somebody that can rub your feet at night and shit like that. But that bread might be a little bit slower. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about just paying attention to what's going on. Let me see. In Too Deep said tricking ain't easy. He said bad weather here too. Brother Poke said Jesus Christ is Lord. Where he at? They say aliens coming. They say it was aliens at the mall in Miami. They say it was They say it's been UFOs in the sky. They say Area 51 is all legit. They got underground tunnels, bunkers, Epstein Island. Where Jesus at? I'm just saying if he coming back, now's a good time. That's all I'm saying, Brother Pope. Call him. Let him know we looking for him. Flip said, as a John, it's expensive. Alexander said, thank you. Love it. For sure. He said, aliens are a distraction. Okay, that's cool. Answer my question. Where is Jesus at? They said he was coming back. I think now's a good time. What about you, Brother Polk? I just want to know where he at. You talking about he Lord, man? Pull up. You know what I'm talking about? Pull up. You feel me?
No, and hopefully it can give a lot of women some insight and clarity on what they are doing wrong to solidify these men's stances on removing themselves from being with women. All right, but let's continue. Again, like the video, share the video, and subscribe, and let's hear what he has to say because he is making some valid points.
Now, if I want to, but no, it's not like that. I want a woman that can match me, that got her shit right. A woman that can do for herself. A woman that's not selfish. I don't want a selfish ass woman. what I'm saying? I like a woman that got confidence too. You don't have to be the best looking woman. You don't have to have the best body. You don't have to have the most money. You don't have to have a great career. But as long as you're happy inside, that's all that cares. As long as you care about me and you, that's all that matters. I don't care about everybody else. I care about us. When we out, everybody else don't matter, but just me and you. Don't worry about what's out around us. Don't worry about that. Keep your eyes straight on me. Don't worry about this nigga that came in. Don't worry about that. I don't understand. Be real. Do you like me or do you like other people?
She like other people, King. This King gotta go find. You gotta respect yourself, King. Go get you a woman that like you, dog. She got them wandering eyes and all that. You gotta go get you something that like you, dog. Woman out with me, she damn that. Listen, if you ain't know she was with me, you would think she was sexually assaulting me. You know what I'm talking about? She damn that want to leave from being out to go be in. You understand what I'm talking about? We got the. Hey, we almost done. Let's wrap this up. You feel me? I needed to like me, dog. I need to like what I got on. I need it when she hugged me. You smell good. She caressing my back and shit. Get you a woman that like you, dog. If you're any man that ever dealt with a woman that liked them, you know what I'm talking about. And once you finally do it, you don't want to deal with nothing else. You don't want to deal with nothing else. Everything else is disqualified. You don't like me. And they'll try to convince you they do. I do like you. No, listen to how you talk to me. What I do? What you mean what you do? You don't like me. You don't like. Get you a woman. Get you something like you. Get you something like you. She want to touch you when you walk by. You want to touch her when she walk by. She flirt with you for nothing. She don't just flirt with you when y'all first start talking. Now she flirt with you, smirk at you a little bit, bite her lip a little bit, joke with you a little bit. Yeah, y'all call it friendship. No, I call it flirting. Yeah, get you a woman that lust about you. She got the lust for you a little bit, King. If she don't, she gonna lust for somebody. Human nature is human nature. You need to be him to her. I'm telling you, folk. And and whatever it look like, if you the type of man to where what I'm talking about only comes to you in the packaging of a 2 on the 1 to 10, then dog, you're gonna have to get you a 2 if you want to be treated right, or upgrade yourself to where 4s look at you like that. Upgrade yourself some more to where 6s look at you like that. But all in all, no matter what level you at, King, get you something like you, folk. If she got roaming eyes, let her roam, folk. Let her roam. That shit for the streets. Classic. You understand me? This ain't Blade. But she is a day walker. Yeah, that shit for the block. That shit for the boulevard. Kev Dog said, hi, what's happening with it? Brother Polk said, he's always here. He's always been here. Accept him and you will see. It's when you don't accept him, he respects that. Nah, listen, I don't even want to believe you. Because if Jesus always been here, that means he was down there on the plantation watching Kunta get them lashes. Classic. And he just stood there and he just watched. So I want to believe that he haven't been here the whole time, because that kind of making it a little more worse. I don't want to believe that. If he was here the whole time, that means that he was standing right there watching Trayvon Martin happen. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe he need to come back. I don't want to believe he been here the whole time. That make it more worse. Hey, Brother Polk, you a bad advocate for the Lord. You got to work on your evangelism. Since he want to come in my chat and play religious games during Red Room. Yeah, you need to work on your evangelism. Go back to ministry school. You got a couple more semesters. Alexandra said, damn, that's the truth. Be real with intention. Absolutely. Flip said, they've been talking about the Brother Polk. Google taming your reptilian mind or dealing with them. Oh yeah, we not listen. Don't pay him no attention, Jay Zilla. Don't just let him rock. Relationships without God are selfish and transactional. Give me something and I'll give you something. It ain't real love. Real love is unconditional. We've discussed these terms. Some people in the chat believe unconditional love exists. Some believe it's a farce. What say you, Brother Polk? McKinnon said, get you a hoe who likes to search for things in the lower kitchen cabinets when you're around. Laughing up, why you say get you a hole? McKinnon, did you word that like that on purpose? Too Tight said, baby, you don't like me. You ain't grooving with King. But this one, she dedicated to me. Yeah. Because we live in a fallen world type shit. There's always an explanation. But like I said, tell him pull up and get active. Alexandra said, because everything you saying, you can tell me to praise, worship, kneel. I ain't saying you wrong. I ain't saying you right. I'm just saying tell them pull up and get active. I respect people that pull up and get active. I ain't praising nothing that ain't pulling up and getting active. I don't want to hear nothing about how I'm supposed to feel it in my soul. Pull up and get active. and I'm gonna deal with the real world. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual world, they ain't got no 9mm and ARPs fully. You know what I'm saying? These boys riding around with switches, and you talking about what I'm supposed to feel in my soul. You know, Alexandra said, I believe it does exist. Yeah. You believe unconditional love exists? What does it look like, Alexandra? Spell it out for me. McKenna said, woman, my bad. Editing a documentary right now. You good, McKenna? Do your thing. I know how it is to be multitasking with the edits. Let's go.
It's respect.
Let's pause it, because I have seen this up close and personally in my own life, y'all. I have been out with certain females, and they could be talking to a guy that is out at whatever place with us, but she's constantly roaming the place, lurking around, looking around. Oh, I know him. Oh, that's such and such. Oh, what he doing here? And this, that, and the third. It's like, girl, isn't your man right here? You're talking about everybody else but what you have sitting right in front of you. And I do find it to be a little bit rude, because let a guy do that to a woman, and best believe she's going to be up in arms. She's going to feel away. Hell, a man can't even say hi and speak to a woman out of casual common courtesy and respect without her questioning, oh, who is that? The waitress? You know, so it is something to that. And a lot of women do, unfortunately, practice bad habits, like focusing on everybody around them instead of the man that's right in front of them. And that could make a man very skeptical about being with you, because first things first, why are you paying attention to everybody else around us and not me? And then second off, why is it that you know so many different guys?
Ooh.
That could be a red flag. You know, matter of fact, drop a 2 in the comments right now, fellas, if y'all feel like a woman having a whole bunch of male friends, okay, being well acquainted with a whole bunch of men. Do you take that as, maybe I shouldn't entertain her? Maybe she gets around a little bit. That's a red flag for me. Put a 2 in the chat if that's a red flag for you.
Y'all dump them 2s in the chat. Y'all know we not the Crown Heads. Shout out to Danika's chat, the Crown Heads. They the second best chat on all platforms. You know, chat 333. We number one. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Crown Heads. Y'all dump 2s in the chat if y'all agree with Danika. In Too Deep said, tell Brother Pope Jesus need to put them 16s on. Yeah, because he late on my clock. I don't care what y'all talking about. Talking about he may not come when you want him, but he on time. It ain't no nigga in history that ever applied to. You're fired. Look at y'all talking about. Alexandra said, growing up, I had 2 moms instead, my mom and dad, and Nora accepted my mom and her addiction, but made sure if she wanted to be a part of her in our lives, that she needed to be sober. That's fire. That's fire, man. It's always good when people put their heads together and come up with a solution that works. That's why we need to focus more on what works for you, right? Because that's unconventional, but it paid off. Sound like you got your head on straight, Alexandra. Welcome in. I hope you hit the subscribe button by now. In Too Deep dumped the 2 in the chat. Christopher said, guys, we've all heard women say, don't worry about him. He's like a brother to me. On for them, Greg. On for them, Greg. Alexandra said, but when she wasn't, then she let her do whatever until she was ready to come back. And she took care of us like we were her own. Yeah, that's good. Y'all worked it out. That's what's up. Too Tight said she going off. I rock with her type of shit. 2s on deck for sure. Yeah, Danika be cooking. Let's go.
And then put a 1 in the chat if it's like, nah, y'all are just overly insecure. A woman can have a bunch of male friends and it means nothing. But from what I can see and observe, you all, a lot of men do have an issue with that. And also from what I can see from behind the scenes dealing with these women, you know, rightfully so, y'all should be alarmed. Because some of their male friends, they actually have been with romance. Okay, but we're going to leave it over there and continue on. Y'all like the video, and let's continue to listen why a lot of successful men who may have a lot of emotion, who may be attractive, who do have a lot of options, are opting out. Listen, pay attention.
A lot of women eyes be wandering around and shit like that.
Yep.
They're trying to cover up. Nobody's looking. Every guy that said, hey, what, you like him? What, you looking over there? Because women eyes be wondering. It's not like you can fucking go get the dude number right now or whatever the fuck. Now imagine that you're not even with that dude or dude at the time. And you see this dude out that you was wandering around and shit like that. You will give him your number. You will give him your Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're talking to someone, why are you entertaining other people?
For sure.
Like, what's going on here? That's why I'm in a relationship right now. Because I'm going to know when a woman is for me. I'm going to know that.
Listen, he's so passionate about it because he's new to understanding and accepting the nature of this shit. He's new to accepting it. He's probably been learning it. He's talking about his experiences. So we're knowing how he has learned the nature. But now he's accepting it in real time. And that's why he sounds so passionate about it. He doesn't sound calm about it like me. See, I can discuss it with you. I understand female nature. I understand the pros and cons. And with me understanding the pros and cons, I still sit here before you and tell you If God made something better than a woman, I don't want it. Hey, listen. They asked women, would you want to live in a world with no men? A whole bunch of women was like, yeah. You asked me if I would live in a world with no women. Absolutely not. First thing I do is find the tallest building to jump off of, all alleged for content creation purposes of entertainment, just satire. But what I'm saying is I would definitely be trying to figure out a way off of this planet to where some women at. Is the mermaids the only thing left? Let me go swimming. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be looking for some of that cat. You feel me? Yeah, I don't even want to be here in a world without women. Women are the reason why hell no. So he's just understanding and embracing the nature of women. You feel me? And it's not sitting well with him. It's not sitting well with him. But what he needs to do is find what we call his personal exception to what he's realizing is the rule. And he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Like I tell y'all all the time, pick you a headache and rock out.
Till then, I'm gonna be single.
And a lot of men feel this way. Like, why even get involved with a woman when she's not even your woman? She's not all about you. And he brought up another valid point. All of these different guys that your eyes are roaming to, if I were not present, what would you have done? Would you have given him your number, your Instagram?
No.
Would you have flirted with him, entertained him?
What?
This is making a lot of men out there feel like being in any type of exclusive, committed relationship in today's time is pointless. Right? Y'all don't know how to be women anymore. What did the first guy say? He said, damn, where are the feminine women? Where are the girly girls? All y'all want to do today is smoke, drink, get high, chill. But where are the women who like more dainty things? Like, let's say, going for a walk in the park, going to get ice cream, talking on the beach. Who knows? But a lot of the women today, y'all have lost y'all's feminine touch. Y'all are constantly trying to be playboys. Yes, I said it. You want me to lie? I'm not going to do it. The reason why these women cannot just stay focused on solely you is because they are constantly in search for somebody that's bigger and better to either use up or place into the rotation.
It's already out there.
Okay?
It's already
gone all the days, seemingly, to where a woman genuinely and exclusively just wants to get to know one man. No, we're taught to have rosters. We're taught to date around. We're taught to never settle, even if a man that you are trying to qualify yourself for is ultimately settling for you.
Ooh. I've been trying to find good people for so long. I'm tired, bro.
And that's a huge elephant in the room. Like, these women are out here really saying, oh, I refuse to settle for this. I refuse to settle for that. And it's like, ma'am, any man that gets with you would be.
Look at her face. She talking about, I refuse to settle. She looks so hard to deal with. Again, women, when y'all behave the way y'all behave, however that may be for you as an individual woman, when you behave the way you behave with a man, understand that if you're not married to that man and y'all happen to be in some sort of a relationship, at some point he's going to look at your good and your bad behavior. And he's going to have to ask himself a real serious question. Do I want this for life? Do I want to risk it all?
Remember this day. Remember this day.
Horrendously and tremendously settling. But y'all have the audacity to say what you won't settle for, please. Y'all are lucky that any man is even talking to you because, like we are showcasing right now today, these men are turning their backs. They're not seeing the benefit anymore. And y'all should be shaking in y'all's boots because what y'all are witnessing and observing in today's time especially is the more successful, the more capable men, the more attractive men, the more men who would make great husbands and great fathers not see the importance of settling down. They don't want y'all. They are flourishing and happier by themselves. And what's really scary is that they have been this way for a very long time. I've heard men say they've been single for 5 years.
Dang.
In the past 5 years, I've realized that being single is the best option for me.
And every time I get a little bit of hope, thinking that things are turning around, it's another reminder of not so fast. And it's because men are just not interested anymore. Y'all have completely dropped the ball, ladies, and y'all got to clean this up. Y'all just do. Not only are y'all not being considerate in these relationships, right? Y'all are always on the prowl, always lurking and all of those different things, but y'all are bringing drama to these men's doorsteps that could end very deadly for them. Like, no, I'm not going to be involved with that. It's more peaceful just cutting y'all off and being by myself. Do I want a woman? Yes, but I'm not settling for a woman. The men are now in that mode too, ladies. The men are no longer settling for y'all. Y'all are dangerous. Y'all are hazardous. Y'all are liabilities.
Danica going crazy.
I've been trying to find good people for so long. I'm tired, bro.
Danica just went absolutely nuclear. G, she going crazy. Let me scroll up, man. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Let's see. Where we at with it? Where we at with it, chat? Oh, y'all been talking. Let me see. Let's see. Too Tight said she going off. I rock with her type of shit. Two's on deck. In Too Deep said I'm rooted and I hug trees. Time said classic. I just woke up, bro. What we talking about this morning? Sunday morning blessings. Yes, sir. Grand Rising. Christopher said, why do men hover around women? He's already smashing, or he's waiting for a crack in her armor. He's wanting to give his should that's 3 feet south. I don't know what that means. He said, oh, he's wanting to give his shoulder to cry on that's 3 feet south. What you mean by 3 feet south? What that mean? Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. You said, why do men hover around women? I don't believe in that. I just believe in human nature. You know, if you want to have, as a man, if you want to have a lifelong female friend, you know, she got to be butt ass ugly to you and vice versa. So, you know what I mean? Like, other than that, I mean, you talking about human nature, people start looking at any familiarity for some. I mean, shit, you could have a coworker that's a fucking 3 or a 4. And after goddamn 396 hours of working with the person, you done made her a 6. You know what I'm saying? Like same thing for you. You know what I mean? She might not have thought you was ever attractive. You start cutting your hair different one month and you lose a couple pounds. All of a sudden, she done found a reason. You feel me? Like, human nature is human nature. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know that men and women need to be sustainably friends for a long, extended period of times. I think their relationships have to have reasons. In Too Deep said, I'm the best homie to a few ladies. I will shake your hand and look you in the eyes with a smile. Yep. That means you've been cracking your girl. Darian Stubblefield said, honestly, you can't trust these women today. Your opinion belongs to you, brother. Say that. Diane said, not all women are bad. I agree. Too Tight said she definitely did a mic drop. Yeah, she went crazy. Time said In Too Deep. Christopher Michael said, meaning her so-called friends, they want to smash. Yeah, I mean, it be working in both. Like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of with McKinnon on this one when he say people in general just ain't super trustworthy. Christopher said, I'm referring to people that are attractive. I got you. Alexandra said, not all women are bad, but I do agree finding one is a needle in the haystack, but not always. I feel you for sure. But let's move off of that one, man. Shout out to Danica for the coverage on successful men are choosing to be single. So we have all in all taken in a multitude of perspectives from women with range. Danica is a married woman. Sarah Shorter is married. Then we also heard the single women from 8 at the Table. And we also heard Azar from The Truth After Dark. And I think one of the commonalities that we're understanding is that the women who have acquired the ring, the women who have the husband at the house, they have taken a serious understanding to what a man is, right? What we consist of, how we are, how we tick, how we click, our proclivities, all of that. They've embraced it instead of telling us how we ought to be. And they've decided to become what the man that they want likes. And so that's bred them success. And I wish them many more years of marriage. For the women who are constantly complaining about men being the way that they are, and they say stuff like, well, I don't think it should be that way, and men always want to blah, 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 but they should do this and should. As soon as you start throwing around the word should, you're no longer having a discussion about reality. You're having discussion about your preferences. You're having discussion about your fantasy world. You're having a discussion about, you know, your what's the word I was going to say? Not your perspective, but your perception of things. But you're not having a discussion about what is. And because you're not living and making decisions based around what is, you're getting diminishing returns on everything that you're attempting. I think the biggest thing is for people to be rooted in reality, no matter how good or bad you think it is. That way you can navigate accordingly. In Too Deep said, at time, Grand Rising, my G. Christopher said, married women are the women that have that have acquiesced. Absolutely. There's going to be a level of acquiescing on both sides. I think men already make the majority of their decisions based around women anyway. So there's not much more acquiescing that we need to do. When we pick a car that we want to drive, we definitely think about what the female's going to think when they see me step out of this. When we pick an outfit, we definitely think about, do the women I like, you know what I'm saying? It may be subconscious, it may not, but we give a damn, and it's because we want to appeal to women, that's for sure. So men who are lying probably like boys, so it is what it is. But yeah, anytime men talk about a super high level of disinterest in women, I don't care what you've been through, King. If you're heterosexual, your disinterest in women only gonna go but so far. I don't care who hurt you. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So yeah, man, this perspective, the number one thing keeping people single, I think we could gather from this episode of the Red Room that it is. It definitely is. We see the brain of the woman who has secured the husband ticks and operates a bit differently from the brain of the woman who has not, for whatever the reason may be. And so I think that we have drawn a conclusion on this one, man. I think we have officially, effectively, successfully cracked the code on that.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
For everybody who is here for the first time tonight, make sure that you tap in and hit the subscribe button. I stream damn near 7 days a week. I drop vlogs. I drop hella content. I'm very, very consistent. I'm very, very efficient. I got a whole crew of content creators that I rock with. We are the Raw Society Coalition. I am 1/5 of that coalition, and I will put them up on the screen here in just a second. Go ahead, take a screenshot of your screen, and you will have all the channels that you need to tap into. Follow the Raw Society Coalition page. Also subscribe to me at the Classic Codes. If you go to my page, you will see all 4 of my channels. Make sure you subscribe to all 4 channels: Souls of Thought, Uncle Plug TV, Conversations with Soft Rain, and the Tears Down. That is the full coalition. If you tap in with everybody, you will have dope live streams to get you through your work week and your days. Probably 6 to 7 days of the week, to be honest with you, from news to sports to sociology to psychology to story times and things like that. Everybody does something a little bit different. So if you go through everybody from the Raw Society Coalition's page and see what you like, you know what I'm saying? See what you like, see what fits in with what you like to watch on YouTube. But if you here, obviously you've been rocking with me, and for sure, I appreciate that. Do all the free stuff before you leave.
Hey y'all. Hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Classic really appreciates it.
Too Tight said, I appreciate this episode. Highly good work. Been none but haymakers tonight, bro. For sure, Too Tight. I appreciate it, man. I've been streaming my ass off today. Is this my 3rd or my 4th stream today? I think this is my 4th stream. So yeah, man, I've been streaming my ass off today. Like I said, consistent and efficient, and we're going to keep cranking them out every single time. Won't be doing any Midnight Madness for a while, y'all. I think I got like a pinched nerve, so I'm gonna have to rest. But I'm lying. I probably still will do Midnight Madness, but it's probably gonna be legs and abs only. I probably won't be boxing for about a week, so I'm gonna give it some time to heal up. I got some thing going on. Try to work through it, but I'm gonna have to give it some time, chat. Sometimes we got to do that. You know what I mean?
Remember this day.
But hopefully the ops is listening and they find that as an opportunity to give me a call and send me a contract. And then I can put belt to ass,
Remember this day. Remember this day.
ain't nothing like them thinking they caught a wounded animal. You know what I'm saying? He said, take it easy, bro. That body gonna heal. For sure. I ain't gonna push it too hard. I always listen to the body. The body gonna tell you exactly what you need to know. Appreciate you, coach. For sure. But all right, y'all, this is another segment. We ain't gonna drag it out, man. For all the people that's up early, go ahead and get to that work. For all the people that's up late, make sure you rest well. And if y'all don't do nothing else for me, make sure that y'all stick to the codes. We got another classic. Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on more getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winning. Why you ain't say nothing? 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 You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't have farted. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever rewarded. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say